Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm Christy. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you don't miss a video. I do upload new videos every week, and you can follow me at Christy Allure on Instagram. I have new makeup today. Yes, specifically want to focus on this brand new Clinique Even Better Concealer. I kind of stumbled upon it when I was searching for something else on Ulta.com. So I thought, let's try this out. There's not a lot of videos on it, and I'm always on the hunt for new makeup. So we'll see how it plays out on mature skin. We'll do a wear test. So without further ado, let's get started.
Let's get some sun, baby, it's time to go. All we need to put on is the radio. I can feel the heat is rising, and that beat is hypnotizing. No, we run the show. Let's get loud, come on, lose control.
All right, you guys, let's just jump right into it. I'm so excited to talk about this new concealer, but I do have other new products I will mention and talk about and just let you know, like, things that I'm going to be doing on other videos. So very excited. So I will have all that towards the end of the video when I give like my final thoughts after I do all the application process. But I just want to kind of breeze through this because I do want to talk about the details of the Clinique concealer because it is brand new and there isn't a lot of videos. So if you were interested in this product, I want to make sure to get that in. It's interesting because Ulta has 41 colors and Sephora only has 30. So keep that in mind. If you like shopping at Sephora and they have your color, then awesome. But if they don't have the color you're looking for, to make sure you go onto the Ulta website, and it will be available in stores on August 29th. Right now it's only available online, so make sure that you really, kind of maybe even order a couple if you're not sure. I was pretty good at like judging what color I need, but sometimes I have to order 2 or 3 if I'm not, if I like see on the color chart that I don't know, like I really don't know. This one I was pretty like, I think this is gonna match. And I did go with a color that I normally wouldn't do for under my eye. I went more for like that universal color that I can still spot conceal because I think this is a product that you can really spot conceal and use under your eye. It is a full coverage natural finish. So you'll see my thoughts on that in just a second and what I think of it. And we'll do both the beauty blender, or I'm sorry, makeup sponge, and a brush application. We'll do both on each side. So just so you guys can see how it applies, because every texture is different, every skin is different too, skin texture, as well as the texture of the actual concealer. So that makes a huge difference sometimes. So let's just jump into the Sephora website. So we're looking at $26 and it is 0.2 ounces, 6 milliliters of product. I'm gonna flip over to this chart right here. I have shown this chart before on other videos, and these are all the concealers that I really like. So you can kind of see the price differences with that. So you're looking at like the Pat McGrath at $32, you're getting 0.16 ounces. So you're getting more product in this Clinique, which is, understandable because Clinique is a little bit more of affordable product than Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath is more luxury as well as Hourglass. You're looking at 0.2 ounces for $34. So the same amount of ounces, 6 milliliters of product in Hourglass versus this Clinique one at $26. So almost a $10 difference there. Then you got Dermablend at $28, but you do get more product. You get 0.33 ounces in that one. And that is a 24-hour wear. This is a 12-hour wear. So I will attach the timestamps right there, and that will show you, obviously I'm talking about the details right now, but that will show you the actual application process. And then we have a final thoughts and swatch comparisons to other concealers, and then we have the wear test. So you want to jump ahead to those timestamps just so you know that's up there. And I will always include that in the description, as well as all the links that I use on my face as far as like the products I either am mentioning or I am actually wearing that I didn't mention. So that will all be attached. Again, as I always ask you, and I'll probably remind you again later on in this video, is to please utilize my links because I do get credit for that. And to also please like this video and subscribe and do all that stuff because again, that helps me just build my channel. I am a smaller channel, so I do appreciate all that support. I really love communicating with you guys back and forth. It really just makes me feel like I have an extended family, and it extended group of girlfriends. So excited for that. All right, let's just jump right back into the Sephora website. It's a lightweight, full coverage concealer that perfects and visibly corrects over time. Again, it's full coverage, it's a natural finish, it's liquid, normal, dry combination, and oily skin should benefit from it. And the highlighted ingredients are vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, which is in everything these days, and it has caffeine, which energizes the skin. I love when products don't have like fragrances in it, and I know a lot of luxury products do, which drives me crazy because I like the coverage and I like the application and the smoothness of a lot of luxury products, but a lot of them have perfume scents in it, and it just drives me nuts because people like me who have very sensitive skin can't tolerate those fragrances. So that's what I love about companies like Clinique and Dermablend, is that they are very forgiving to sensitive skin, and they are not going to negatively impact what you're trying to conceal. So especially if you're spot concealing hyperpigmentation or acne blemishes, whether they're active or just scarring, you just don't want to just clog any pores. And I just feel like when they put those fragrances in there, it's just like, oh, it's destroying it. So I am not a fan of that. That's why I was really interested in looking at this one. And I was also looking for a concealer for just that day. I just want to run to the grocery store or just run and do something so simple where I really just want to use, which I like lately, is just using my SUPERGOOP Unseen Glow Screen. I just like using that for every day. The other day I just wore that, maybe just a tad of concealer, and I was on FaceTime with my niece and she's like, your makeup looks really good. Hi, Maddie. And I didn't have any foundation on. She's like, what? And I was like, yeah, I didn't have any foundation on. So I like those concealers that are just gonna be just a little, you know, I just had a little bit of concealer and I just used the Born This Way, but this one I think would be good for that. All right, you guys, so I already prepped my skin. I did my eyebrows, kind of carved out my eyebrows with a little concealer on my eyelids, put my serum on. I used my Drunk Elephant serum today. I do have the Hangover RX Pillow Talk, I think, or Pillow Balm, Pillow Balm hydrating lip like serum. Oh my goodness, you guys, I suffer with severely dry lips. So if you're like me, get your hands on that. That is amazing. As well as the SUPERGOOP Glow Screen, if you don't already have that. I know I reviewed this in my Sephora haul about a few weeks ago, and this is just, oh, it's just outstanding. I also used my Clinique Moisture Surge. You guys know I've been using this for years. This stuff is just the only thing that doesn't negatively impact my very sensitive dry skin. Clinique is just a dermatology friendly brand. So I always recommend, even for teenagers, to really go the Clinique route when you're first getting into makeup. And my mom did that with me. My mom just felt like it was a really good starter company for teenage girls, and she always truly believed in Clinique products. So as far as their makeup goes, I don't use a lot of their makeup, but some products I kind of like and are hit and miss. So I'm interested to see how this is going to work. This is a dual applicator, so I think this sponge part is going to be really good for breakouts, but I'm not sure. So we're just going to kind of play around. So this is like the regular doe foot applicator, which looks, you know, just about average. It's not as big as I typically like it, but it's nice. And then you have this, actually, I think it pulls, oh gosh, oh, it pops off. Oh, okay, well, we're learning together. It just pops off. So it's like a little sponge, like almost like a little makeup sponge, like a little tip. It looks kind of cool. I don't know. It's really soft though. I don't know. We're going to try it out. In my opinion, like I wouldn't put my concealer on with this. I don't know. It's a little tiny, but I think it'd be really good for like spot concealing maybe. I don't know. We'll try it out. This is color WN48 in Oat. I have been getting recommendations on doing a full face on camera. I'm not going to do the entire face just because I want to like make sure I'm not making this video too long, but I did want to do the foundation on camera just because I haven't done that in a while. So this is my Armani Power fabric. I have been using this non-stop. This is 7.25. I love this foundation. It is my absolute favorite. I was just in Vegas. I got my hair done because here in California, none of the salons are open. So we had to drive down to Vegas, and I absolutely fell in love with the girl who did my hair. Belly is so amazing. The entire team is so good. My boyfriend got his hair cut by another girl who was amazing. And then Jennifer there, hey girl. Those three are just sweethearts. I mean, I have never been somewhere where I got the perfect, I walked out and I was like, I don't even need to use purple shampoo. Like it was amazing. Like for girls with dark hair, oh my gosh, I know if you don't live in Vegas, it kind of sucks, but she's amazing. She's almost worth driving the 4.5 hours to get there from Orange County. Anyway, my point was when I was in Vegas, it was like over 100 and I don't know, it was like 120 degrees, I think. And it was crazy hot and my foundation, it didn't budge and it didn't get on my mask or anything. So really like it. I did use it in combination with the DIOR Backstage. It is amazing as far as mask proof. So if you are not allergic to any of those ingredients in that foundation and you really want a mask proof foundation, that is your way to go. All right, we're gonna use my CHIKUHODO foundation brush. I have been loving this brush and I kind of combine it with a couple other brushes, but I like to just kind of, so I don't waste the product, I like to just do it this way. And then I just kind of pat it into the skin, into the more problematic areas of my, which is right here right now. And I just kind of blot it into the skin. I should have probably put a clip in my hair. That probably would have been good, huh? And then I'm going to take, I actually like this MAC 170 brush lately too, and I really feel like it really presses in the foundation really good. It's another foundation brush I have been absolutely loving. Now I'm just gonna take my Dose of Colors sponge and just kind of take, I don't have anything on there. I didn't even take any, well, I didn't have anything on the back of my hand, but I don't have anything on this. It's just a clean sponge and I'm just going to just kind of take off any excess. I've just been trying to like kind of keep it a little bit more natural. And remember, the less foundation you use, the less likely it is to crease and set into your fine line. So girls like me who are over 40, we want to make sure we're not packing on the foundation too much. And then I'll just take the butt of the blender. This is my favorite makeup sponge right now. Absolute favorite makeup sponge. And you guys know I like to apply my foundations with brushes. I'm a bigger fan of brushes for initial application, but I do truly believe nothing blends out your skin, your makeup like your beauty sponge. So you always need a beauty sponge in your makeup kit. It's just important. All right, let's get into this concealer and let's just see how it plays. I will be doing a wear test. So this Clinique Even Better Concealer claims to have a 12-hour staying power and a 24-hour continuous moisturizing. So we'll see how that works out. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna leave this on for 12 hours. You guys know I don't usually typically leave my makeup on for that long, but I just feel like anything past 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours, you kind of know where it's gonna go. So I feel like it's a good enough time to do a wear test. I'm hoping this is the good color. So this is again Oat. Let me just swatch it on the back of my hand so you guys can see that. So it looks a little darker than I normally would probably go for under my eyes, but again, I want it to be able to spot conceal, and it looks a little peachy. All right, I'm gonna pull in my Simple Human mirror here. Whenever I test out concealers, as you guys know, I like to do one side and then the other side. So I'm not gonna do a ton. Like normally I would do that huge triangle, but I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna do a beauty blender or just a makeup sponge on the right side and then the left side apply it with the brush and see what works out better. So there we go. That's the coverage. Blends out very beautifully. I don't know if it has like a ton of coverage, but it's supposed to be a lightweight full coverage concealer as I explained earlier. But yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty in a very natural way. It's not like, you know, Dermablend or the Makeup Forever one that just literally blurred out everything. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my eyelids there. Maybe I'll take it up here. But I don't know, what do you guys think? I mean, that's with the sponge, so obviously with the sponge, it's always gonna come out more natural looking, right? Because it's just gonna really blend into the skin. So it's pretty. I mean, for every day, it would be really beautiful. We'll have to see how it wears throughout the day, but I mean, upon initial application, it's pretty. So I just don't know if it would be something that I would reach for, to be quite honest, because I like the more full coverage look. But It's pretty for a natural day, for like a no makeup day. Maybe that would work. All right, let's try this eye and see with the brush if I'm gonna put a little bit more just on this side because I don't know, it didn't really cover up a whole lot. Let's go with my tried and true Milk Cosmetics concealer brush. I hate using this brush on camera because you guys, I feel so bad that you can't get it anymore. Do you see the difference though on applying it with a brush versus applying it with a beauty blender makeup sponge? Would I use this on my wedding day? Would I use this for a special occasion or to go out to dinner and I'm doing a glam or any kind of glam makeup look? Probably not. So we're just gonna kind of let it set for a little bit before we set the makeup. But yeah, I mean, you can see the difference between applying it with the brush on the left side, applying it with a sponge on my right side. My right, your left. So that's kind of what it looks like. Now I'm going to go in on this side with the brush now because yeah, I can't be going through the rest of the day with it not matching. So, and I did a little bit more on that left side to be fair. So we're gonna just kind of blend it out here and put a little bit more pigment. Yeah, I definitely would use this one. If you like more coverage, I would definitely go with the brush. But if you like a very light coverage, I think this is actually a really good concealer for teenagers, to be quite honest, because they have, or just younger girls in general, the girls in their 20s and below, because I do feel like you don't need a lot. So this is for somebody that doesn't like a lot of coverage and that, you know, has just perfect skin. I just truly believe this would be an amazing concealer, to be honest with you. Like, I honestly would recommend that for anyone younger than, you know, their 20s and 20 and down, and who don't want a lot of coverage. Even if you're over 20, you just don't want a lot of coverage. I do truly believe like that would be a good one. So let's try it with a spot conceal too, and let's just see how, without setting it right now, how it wears while I spot conceal to see if it creases at all. I don't really see too much creasing though, so that's good. And I did build it, so I'd like to see building it a little bit more, but honestly, I kind of want to give it more of a fair shot. And I feel like when you build it a lot, typically it's gonna start to crease and set into your lines because you're putting a ton of concealer on. So I kind of feel bad when I build it on camera because I'm like, oh, am I really giving it a fair shot? Because not everybody uses that much concealer. So I'm just gonna kind of go around the area and just blend it in so there's no harsh lines going on. And I like to do that. Again, I don't have anything on this blender. It's just basically what was left over. So it's pretty. It's pretty. It's very natural. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Again, you know, I'll have a better indication of how it wears later on, so we'll have to see. All right, let's try the whole spot conceal. I have definitely some areas to spot conceal, and you know what? Let's take off this top. So we're gonna try that out and see how that works on spot concealing. So let's go with this little area right here, my little problematic area. That, my friends, is from my Hoola bronzer. So that's been really affecting my skin. And you guys know that is my ride or die contour. So I've been extremely upset that I cannot use that one right now. And I have been trying out other ones, which I found a couple that I really like. So we're gonna put that on in this video. But yeah, I have so much new makeup that I've been loving. So I need to do a whole new updated video on that. Actually, this is really good for spot concealing. This is a pretty good little sponge for spot concealing. I mean, typically I don't like to use sponges for spot concealing just because I feel like it picks up the product, but this doesn't feel like it's picking up the product, which is nice. And it's really tiny, so it can get in there, which is nice. So I'm gonna take my brush just to deposit a little more pigment there. Just a little bit more. See, the brush will not lift it, which is nice. But that did a really nice job of spot concealing, and it's not going to negatively impact your skin, which is good. All right, I have a little mark right here. So we'll do that, and a little one right there, and a little one right there. got a lot of problematic areas right now on my skin. It's not liking me right now. So that one's a little dark. I should have green concealed that, but that's okay. It's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We're in quarantine. Come on now. All right. So I'm just gonna kind of take the brush because that doesn't, to me, deposit a lot of pigment. So it did a good job of spot concealing. I mean, I think if you have little tiny areas that you just want to get a little dot there, like a little here, it's pretty good. But I still would probably use a brush to, if you really want it to add some pigment. That looks pretty good. All right, let's set this before it starts to really crease, but I don't really feel like, I mean, there is some creasing, I'm not gonna lie, there is. So there's some creasing, and then I notice if I, see how I used the sponge to fix that? Well, guess what? It just lifted the product. So, I don't know. For mature eyes, I don't know if this is the best concealer. Okay, so I'm gonna take my Milk Cosmetics brush and just make sure that everything is nice and blended and not creasing. Now, I do see little gaps right here that I'm not liking. It's breaking apart right there. And I don't want to add on more because it's just going to keep creasing. So I'm just going to go with it, Christy. Not my favorite thing, but that's okay. You know, just be keep this in mind. Just because it's not working on my skin, it doesn't mean it might work beautifully on your skin. So take my opinions and my reviews with a grain of salt, because everybody has different skin type. Everyone has different ages of skin type. So keep that in mind. I'm a 42-year-old woman with dry skin. So normal to dry skin, but more on the dry side. So I'm gonna take my Pat McGrath Sublime Under Eye Powder with my Smashbox setting under eye setting brush. I don't know, I'll link everything on the bottom. I love this brush for this. But I'm just gonna kind of set that down because I always set. I mean, I just can't imagine not setting. Because this was not as brightening as I typically like, I'm gonna take the wide 215 and just give myself a little bit more color there. And I'm actually gonna do that with my sponge. So I'm gonna take the tip of that Dose of Colors sponge, put it on the tip of that area and just kind of place it in there like that. And that just kind of gives that a little bit extra that I like of brightening. And it'll blend out, don't worry. It's not gonna be like looking all crazy like that. Do you guys see how that helped that area just kind of blend out? So this is flippin' miracle powder. This Makeup Forever Matte Velvet powders are just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm actually gonna take the darker one, which is the Y305. I usually use 305 or 315, but I like the 305 a little bit more. I'm probably gonna just take my other Sigma brush. Any kind of flat kabuki will work. And I'm just gonna kind of make sure I go over some of those hyperpigmentation areas. Do you guys see that? Look at how much that just flippin' takes everything away, and it just causes you to use a lot less foundation too. So that's what I like about it. And it doesn't look cakey in my opinion. In my opinion, maybe it does to you, but to me it doesn't look as cakey. So if you have problematic skin or scarring or hyperpigmentation, these powders are amazing if you don't want to use a lot of foundation because you feel like it creases at the end of the day or looks too cakey or feels too heavy. Like, this is where that really comes in handy. And then what I like to do, this may be a lot for people, but this is just giving you my full makeup routine right now. Don't judge. I'm gonna take my CHIKUHODO. You guys know I brag about this like contour cheek blush. Love that one. I did the powder blush. I like this line. I have a couple more coming from this brand, but it just makes it. Do you guys see it? I mean, it is like the softest brush you will ever put on your face. And this is like the more affordable part of CHIKUHODO. Relative to their other ones that are made of squirrel, this is, I don't know if this is goat or squirrel, I'm not quite sure. This one. I do have a squirrel one coming, so I'm excited. You can just dig into this powder and it literally will never look cakey. That's why Japanese made brushes are just real hair brushes, like goat hair, squirrel hair, you know, there's so many horse hair, there's so many different types of hairs, but the way the Japanese just cut these brushes, it's like nothing you will ever use in your life. It literally does the work for you. It's so amazing. But very pretty. I mean, once I did the powders, I feel like it looks a lot better. But I was getting a little scared there for a second. All right, let's put some bronzer on. Actually, let's do a little bit of contour, and I'm just gonna kind of not talk and speed through this process, but just show you kind of where I'm going with this. I'll show you the products I'm using. I'm gonna use the Natasha Denona contour sculpting powder. Really love this. All right, you guys, so this is how it all came together. I am so happy with the final product. Now, let's go over this concealer because this is mainly what video is about. I did want to try on other products, not really talking about them, but just kind of show you guys what I was doing a little bit, and then I kind of sped up and did all the rest off camera just because I didn't want to take forever. But the concealer, Clinique, I had high hopes for this in a sense, where I felt like, oh, this will be a good spot concealing and just maybe more of a natural look. Now, I know that it said full coverage, natural finish, but I don't feel like this is the kind of full coverage I personally like. If I was doing a no makeup look, I mean, literally no makeup, I just wanted to just do a quick spot conceal, this might not be a bad product that won't negatively impact my skin. Even though I love my Too Faced Born This Way multi-coverage, I do feel like sometimes it can negatively impact, you know, active blemishes. I do believe this is excellent for teenagers. For anyone under 20, I think this is a beautiful concealer. I think it's good for sensitive skin, for acne-prone skin. I just do truly believe that this is a really good product for that. Now, someone like my mom, when she was alive, she had gorgeous skin. I mean, not a lot to really conceal. Like, she probably would have loved this because she's a huge Clinique makeup fan. So I don't want to say it's not for mature skin, because I do believe there are mature skin individuals out there, men and women, that may benefit from this. So for me personally, it came out beautiful, don't get me wrong, and I don't have a lot to conceal under my eye, to be honest. Like, I have, you know, some crows and some fine lines setting in, but I know I'm very blessed for 42. But I do like more coverage just for me, and in that case I would rather go with my Pat McGrath, which is, you know, that lighter coverage but still gives you a full coverage effect. So Pat McGrath and Makeup Forever have been kind of my favorite, like together, even with Christian Dior. So let's do some swatches because I know you guys like the swatches. So I am gonna take all of my favorite concealers. Let's start off with Clinique. So very pigmented, very pretty. And then we have Hourglass. I'm just gonna go in no particular order. This is Hourglass Oat, so definitely a lot lighter. Back in January when I reviewed this product, my skin was a lot lighter, so keep that in mind. This is Light Beige, Too Faced Born This Way, more pinky. I used to use this one nonstop, and again, that one's way too light for me now. And this is Golden Beige by Too Faced. Sorry for the constant leaning. And again, I'll just show at the very end what all of these look like, but I just want to show you guys I am swatching this. This is Dermablend 40W. 40W. So, oh, you can just really see the differences in the colors. It's crazy. And then this is the Makeup Forever 2.4. So this was the lighter one. And I tend to like both of these. So I kept both of them. This is definitely a thicker coverage. And then we have the Makeup Forever 3.2, which is another one I really like. So I'm just gonna I'm not gonna go too slow right now because this definitely has more of a pink coverage. And at the very end, I'll just show you what it looks like. This is the Armani Power Fabric. I can't remember what color that is, and I will list them all right there on the side. Armani Power Fabric, and then we have Christian Dior. I want to say this is the 2WO Christian Dior. Very beautiful. This is still one of my favorite concealers too. Oh my gosh, I love that one. And then we have the 1WO, which is what I started off with, and again, way too light for me now. Not bad for brightening though. I don't mind it for brightening. This is the 3WO Christian Dior. I like to spot conceal with this one, or I actually did a full face of this the other day and it was absolutely beautiful. And then this is Pat McGrath LM8. This one's LM8. I'm running out of real estate here. LM8, and then I have LM13, which I've been using a little bit more lately just because it just matches me a little bit better right now. I actually like mixing both of them together too to get that brightening effect. This is NARS Radiant Concealer, and I will put the color right there. I don't know which one that is off the top of my hand. That one's drying out. This is light medium Shape Tape right here. I also use light medium sand. Ooh, I haven't used Shape Tape in so long. That one's light medium. Oh, this is Jouer. Jouer's another good one. I haven't used this one in a while either. I think this is Creme Brulee. I can't remember. I will put it again on the side. And then this is the Jeffree Star Natural Beige Too Faced right here on this side. That's Natural Beige. All right, you guys, so I swatched all the ones that I have on hand right now, and you can kind of just gauge for yourself. I know it's really difficult to buy online right now because it's really hard, especially concealers, it's hard to judge what you're really gonna want. Are you using it for just under the eye? Are you using it to spot conceal hyperpigmentation areas? I mean, all this stuff you have to take in consideration. That's why a lot of the times you have to have two different colors, because one you're gonna wanna use under your eye and one you're gonna wanna use as a spot conceal, unless you do a universal color like I did today, where I can do it under my eye and also spot conceal. Only thing is, I like my eyes to be a little bit brighter under my eye, so for me, I would have liked a little bit more yellow based for that. I do feel like I can achieve the brighter under eye by using the powder, which did help with some of the cracking it was doing as I was applying it. So when I look at it that way, if it's already kind of cracking when I'm first applying it, how is it gonna wear 8 hours later? So that's just kind of my concern a little. We'll have to see. I am gonna do a wear test. I will come back and do a check-in. I always truly believe the best thing you can do is try it out. If you have one that's already working, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Just because it's brand new doesn't mean you have to go run out and buy it. I wanted to test it out because I do like some Clinique products, and I do, again, like that it is non-comedogenic, that is good for your skin, and it's very dermatology friendly. So for people who have sensitive skin, I do feel like Clinique is a very good product to use. So that's the one reason why I did want to try it. And I'm always on the market to try new things. That's what I do for a living. That's my passion. I love makeup so much. There were so many products actually new that I tried out in this video, and I can't wait to do a video on. I did get the new Benefit microblading brow tool. This is in the light brown, I want to say, but I actually like the blonde one better. I'll show the swatches right there. I am going to compare it to the new Anastasia one that just launched. I have that one in the mail coming, so that will be on a separate video. I am doing an eyelash video. I used a brand new glue by Amy June Lashes. You guys know I am a huge fan of her lashes, not because I'm sponsored by her, not because I get free product by her. I actually stumbled upon it at my local Planet Beauty and fell in love with her lashes. I did use my Charlotte Tilbury. I still love this. The great thing about my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush bronzers, the refills are now available at Sephora. So excited, and on her website. I use this every day, and it looks like I've barely put a dent in it. And it is such a beautiful, buildable bronzer. And I did use the Hourglass. I used it in combination with my Jouer highlighter, but I did use that highlighter, and I have been loving loving. This is worth mentioning. This is the Wayne Goss. I want to say it's like his airbrush. I don't know what it is. I will link it below. I'll put the details right there. But this brush is incredible for applying highlighter. This is for my girls that don't like a lot of gleam, that just really want a nice natural look. This brush is insane. It is so soft to touch. It is not going to affect the texture. It's not going to break up the makeup. This brush is incredible for the price point, and this is limited edition, so I'd get your hands on it at Beautylish if you can, because it's not going to probably be there for long. So I think that's all. Oh, I did try out this new Clarins Embellisseur. I don't know. It's in French. It looks very beautiful. It's more on the brown tone side. It's going to be really great for summer to transition right into fall and winter because it has some of those cool tones in it. It is such a comfortable lip product. It is like one of those cushion tips, so it just glides on, and it's so beautiful. You squeeze a little bit out, and then I'm just gonna do a little bit more than I would normally do, but I just want you guys to see the color. It is absolutely stunning. All right, you guys, so I know that was a lot of new makeup. I really wanted to focus on this Clinique Even Better Concealer. You know, let's just pray that this wears pretty good, and we'll see how it goes. Again, continue watching towards the end of the video because I will have an 8-hour wear test attached to this. And thank you again for watching. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you don't miss a video. I upload new ones every week. You can follow me at ChristyAllure on Instagram. Please give this a huge thumbs up. That really helps me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. All right, you guys, so it's been about 8 hours. It's about 7:36 p.m. and I am exhausted, so I want to take off this makeup. But this is kind of what it looks like. I mean, it's not bad. It's not amazing. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep it in my makeup kit. I think it's good for natural days. I mean, I feel like it wore okay. I had my glasses on this whole time, like my reading glasses, because I was editing this video, like the beginning portion of the video. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's okay. I just don't know if it's my absolute favorite, like I said when I was applying it. So what concerns me a little bit is when I was applying it, it was having a hard time grabbing onto that area right there. So I don't know. I mean, I'll just keep playing with it. It could just be that my eyes were really dry under, like, the under eye area. So it could be that it just wasn't grabbing there because I didn't have any problems on this side. And then once I put the Makeup Forever powder on, I felt like that made a huge difference. So I don't know. I feel like with my other concealers, I don't have to. I mean, I can, and it makes it look amazingly, you know, great and flawless, but I don't have to. It's not a must, where I felt like with this one, I kind of had to. So I don't know. I mean, out of all the concealers I have been reviewing in 2020, which is quite a bit now, I feel like this is probably my least favorite, but it's not terrible either. So, and not to the point where I feel like I'd return it, because I do like it for like natural days. And like I said, it's good to spot conceal with products like this where you know it's not going to negatively impact your skin. So that's just kind of my review on it. I hope that was helpful. If you're in the market for it and you really were thinking about purchasing it, it's not terrible. So take it with a grain of salt, because everybody's skin is different, so everyone's going to react differently. But I keep looking at it because I want to make sure. I mean, I don't have my glasses on, so to be honest with you, you guys will probably be able to judge better than me, but I don't feel like it's creased any worse than other concealers I've used in the past either, but I don't feel like it was like the Makeup Forever one where it was like bulletproof. So I don't know. I mean, I still like that one much better, but this is more of a natural, full coverage, natural finish. I actually feel like it stayed a lot better than I anticipated. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to stay this good. So I am impressed with that. But that's my final review. I hope you guys found this helpful. Please remember to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Better turn up. You better be there when I shake. Watch me rocking if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go